Ben, what's the best long-term disability insurance company out there? Which company should I avoid? Hi, my name is Ben Glass, and for over 20 years, my team and I have represented claimants against long-term disability insurance companies from across the country. Each week, we talk to a whole host of people, either because they are planning on tapping into their long-term disability insurance policy and they want to know what the rules are, or they've had their claim denied and they need help restoring their benefits, and that's why they call us. Recently, I was out in Las Vegas and I spoke at the White Coat Investor Conference. This is a big financial literacy conference for doctors. And one of the big subjects out there is long-term disability insurance. It's an important part of any professional's portfolio. And one of the questions I got like at least 10 times was, hey Ben, what's the best company? What's the worst company? Here's the answer. There is no best company, there is no worst company, because there are so many different flavors or types of policies being sold, each one of them almost like different from the next, because you can negotiate terms, you can add riders, and you can craft your own policy, even group policies. So even group policies can be negotiated and made better than just the standard offering. A lot of people didn't know that. What I told these doctors was to work with an experienced broker, because you have all these different policies and you have all these different types of medical records. So it is the quality of the medical records that counts the most, but also then understanding the nuances of the policy that are most important. So I've seen what I would call really good companies deny claims because the medical records weren't good enough. And I've seen folks with some really crappy, like I call them C+ level policies, be approved because unfortunately something really bad is going on in their lives and the medical records support the claim. Some of the things to look for are this. Number one, I want an own occupation policy, but I want a true own occupation policy. There are some policies out there that call themselves own occupation. They're even physician specialty specific, but they aren't. I'll tell you that I recently looked at one from the Standard Insurance Company. The doctor, a cardiac surgeon, thought he had a true own occupation policy. It kind of said own occupation policy, but it really wasn't. And you had to understand the nuance of the policy to understand why. So that's number one. Number two, optimally, you want a policy that if you can't work in your chosen profession, do that work, but you can work someplace else, you're still going to be paid your entire benefit. Again, these policies are a little bit more expensive, but it can be a huge help to you and your family if you're no longer able to do what you were born to do. Next, remember that when you buy a policy and you pay for it yourself, that the benefits you get are generally going to be tax-free. You have a group policy that your employer pays for, any benefits are going to be taxable. So these are the big things to look at. You want to look at exclusions. You want to look at the pre-existing condition clause, particularly if you have had a medical condition in the past. Ben's rule is you can never lie to the insurance company. You must fill out that application accurately, and during the claims process, you must give accurate and truthful information to the insurance company. All right, the last little thing to just be aware of and look for is what we call the elimination period. I call it the long-term disability deductible. How many days after you become disabled, like something's happened to you and you can no longer do what you were born to do, you're losing income from that. You have to wait 90 days, 180 days. I've seen 365 days. None of them are good, none of them are bad. They just are, and you have to think about this, work with your financial advisor or your broker, someone who can look at your personal finances and say, hey, if something happens to me, how long can my family and I wait before we're getting paid benefits? I'm Ben Glass. If you're watching this video, it's because you probably have a question about your long-term disability insurance policies. We consult with physicians, other high-earning individuals every single week. We represent thousands of people who've been denied their disability benefits, and we do this work all over the country. So you can go over to BenGlassLaw.com, or you can call the phone number that you see on the screen. We'd love to hear about what your question is. Try to help you right there on the phone. If necessary, we'll do a paid consult. And if you've been denied benefits, just upload your denial letter through the portal that you see at the website. We'll do a free review. We'll do a free consultation to give you a strategy moving forward. And we'll see if we are the best place to help you and the right lawyers to help you.